And check, check, check. Hello, hi, hey, this is Cassidy, here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame, here with a new feature, possibly, potentially, something we might do again in the future. All things provided. This is Bad Game Roulette. We're gonna get into some random games here, because I felt like streaming, but didn't quite know what I wanted to stream, so now y'all are gonna have to suffer like I do when I just get really indecisive about games and go through my launch box and pick something. We'll maybe pick a few different things. God only knows how playable half of these are gonna be. I got a list here. Let's see if I can bring it up real quick. Yes, here we are. I set this up, I didn't know if it would work properly, but we got scrolling, we're good. Let's lower that music a fair bit more. So, I got about 414 random games here. Oh, I'm going to be seeing those notifications, aren't I? This stream is going to be a train wreck, by the way, like full warning in advance. I have no plans for this to be at all cohesive or make any sort of semblance of sense, so I'm wondering what the best way to pick games out of this list would be. Would it be just to have you guys pick something from the list and have me just launch it up? Or would it be for me to literally select something at random? I can close my eyes and... Well, I'm seeing some messages in the chat. We do have some users in chat, which is always good. It's always nice when people show up. Hello in the Dark. Suggests Video Game King. Chester Cheetah. Well, which Chester Cheetah game, Obscurity? Which game, Phil? There's a couple. We got Wild Wild Quest and Too Cool to Fool. And I know there's a few more than that that I'm missing. This is not a complete collection of video games. This is not every video game ever made, sadly. But we got some jams on this list. Just for reference's sake, and to show that I have more than just bad video games. This is sort of my list of stuff I have on my Launchbox Premium. There's a grip of games in here. If we made it the whole list of like 5,000 plus games, then we never get anywhere. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I scrolled past this real quick, but I need to show my collection of Game Boy Advance video titles, software library, or video library, really. We get to sit here and watch some episodes of SpongeBob, if y'all wanted to do that. I think that'd be a very exciting stream. I think we could all have a sense of community, nostalgia over our 90s cartoons, or early 2000s as the case may be. I think there's a Dragon Ball GT, though. Does anyone remember when that actually aired? I sure as hell don't. Yeah, okay, so you get the point. There's a bunch of games on that list. Too many to pick from, which is why I have a list of bad games specifically here. Also, Sabrina, I hate to inform you, I don't think I can actually play the GBA videos, because even in their low, crushed, compressed bitrate glory, I still worry about getting picked up by VOD on Twitch and getting the stream just taken down. But, it would be a small price to pay, to be sure. So I'll tell you what, Launchbox actually does have a random game feature, so let's literally just hit random game and see what picks up. Alright, y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, heck it. What did it actually select? I can't see what it... Oh no, it selected Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut on the N64. Well, let's pick Chase the Chuck Wagon, because that's adjacent to us. Close enough, right? And that's how the stream's going to go, folks. That's how my selection process is going to be. Bear with me momentarily as I sort of adjust this more or less on the fly. Again, just go with my whole preparedness here. Alright, this is Chase the Chuck Wagon. There is an article on this on the website, on the Bad Game Hall of Fame website, for those so interested. Let's see here. Do I remember what my Switch settings are? There we go. So this is, in fact, a game made to promote Purina's perennial dog food brand of Chuck Wagon dog food. You may remember the commercials, the ancient commercials of the dog chasing the Chuck Wagon in the living room that aired in the 70s and 80s, and that's what this commercial where this game takes its direct inspiration from, as well as a series of print ads that I found. Are we gonna I think that dog just fucking exploded. Was that loud? On a scale of 1 to 10, how deafeningly loud was that? Because I have it tuned down a little low in my monitor here. Which reminds me, I did finally get a monitor set up so I can sort of analyze the audio. That was a 27 on the loudness scale. Okay, let's dial that back a little bit. Alright. I lowered it by like 4 decibels. We can adjust it on the fly as need be. So this game you would get if you mailed in your Purina Dog Chow points, or basically sent enough proof of purchases to the Purina Dog Food Company that they knew you were, you know, a dog food superfan. And the story goes that this game was programmed over the course of 2 days, if I remember correctly, for my own writing that I did like 2 years ago or so. It was outsourced, it was contracted to some Spectravision fella. Same developers responsible for Manja on the 2600, which is a game I think is just buck wild, and I will always talk about whenever I get a chance to. But yeah, this game is probably most... Oh, hold on, are we gonna get this? Did I miss the dog food? No, poor pupper. So, this game is most infamous for appearing in a little documentary, a little series of documentaries, of films, of historical documents called G4TV's Icons. It appeared on that back in the day in some larger documentary piece, video episode about the video game crash of 1983, which we all know about the video game crash of 1983. The sound effects in this are just lovely, by the way. So the idea of it was that they were trying to attest, you know, the reasons why the whole market crashed, and one of them was the glut of just shovelware games and, you know, companies getting to the games industry that shouldn't have been, and this game is cited as one of the prime examples, despite the fact it was never sold at retail. You couldn't get this at, like, a store. You couldn't pick this up at, you know, EB Games or Funkoland. You would have to mail in for this, and the amount of people who did that back in the day, small number. Just like, you know, the same way that they attribute, you know, the glut of other consoles besides the VCS, the way they say, you know, oh, the Intellivision and ColecoVision and all these consoles that just confuse the poor people out there. And, you know, I've perpetuated that myth before in the past. I've wrongfully written about that, and I've since read pretty compelling writing that attests to the fact that no one really gave a shit about any of those consoles or any of the games for them. I mean, sure, they sold, but it was to enthusiasts, people who were, like, deep in the games. I mean, to most people, Atari were video games. To most people, the 2600 was the video game console. Just like, you know, you hear parents talk about, you know, oh, the kids with their Nintendos these days. And so we sort of blow these things out of proportion. And yeah, Serena pointing out that we've all sort of perpetuated them. Yeah, okay, like, again, when I say it, I'm not being it to be like, oh, you fools, you damn fools. It's just more like a, you know, it's a, for those who don't know. Which, you know, which is what I try to focus my writing towards on the website. I'll be answering any questions you have about anything in the chat, by the way, because this is a pretty laid-back stream. I think we've gone through all 4 levels in this game already. It loops at this point, so if your ears can take it, you can just relive the sounds over and over again. I think they do change the colors, cycle the colors out here, though, and the icons that are chasing us, I think that's supposed to be a cat head. Like, you can almost, like, say it's like a dog, like, whimpering, or the sound effect, that is. I also love that you can get, like, double tapped with these, and basically stuck in a rut that's nigh inescapable. And I think the guy is supposed to be a dog catcher, so obviously you don't want to get grabbed by the dog catcher. I think we've seen enough, Chase the Chuck Wagon. You know, I know we opened with a banger here, but, you know, don't open with a showstopper, they say, but... Yeah, we're gonna have to recover. We're gonna have to find something else as exciting. You know, try something that tries to match the excitement level of that. Let's pick another random game. Let's just pick one completely at random from the list. Batman Forever, the arcade game for Sega Saturn. Guana Entertainment, Acclaim. Hey boy. Yeah, we're really getting into it now. Guys, wait for some doozies. We got some doozies. And y'all are going to have to give me volume checks on this one, too. I'm going to bring it up to, like, let's say -6 decibels for starters. It's got to load. I got a big disc in the system. Oh, I can already tell that's loud. Whew. Give me 2 seconds, if y'all don't mind. Okay. I have to lower that in my monitor as well as for the stream, so... Serena asks, how is Saturn emulation these days? Nearly perfect if you're using a Mendefend core in RetroArch. Hot damn, I mean, you can get Resident Evil on the Saturn working at this stage, and that was one that forever, like, I thought would never... just no one cared enough to get it to work for whatever reason. Yeah, Batman Forever, the arcade game. The movie, the arcade game. I wish more games did the Street Fighter the movie naming convention where you just specify that it's based on the movie. It's the game of the movie of the game. The movie game. I'm just gonna start. Let's go in with default settings. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to play through the whole game here. Now, I know there's some infamy surrounding this game. I know there's, you know, the combos are wild. I don't know any of them. This isn't going to be an expert play by any stretch. This is not going to be, you know, me pro-playing and walking us through the entire game here. I do know to pick Robin, though. I do know that much. Frumplewares asks, is this better or worse than those 16-bit versions of Batman Forever? I'm going to say it's better because it's sort of arcadey fun. It's simplistic, whereas there's weird overcomplication. You know, one of those words, pick and choose, to the 16-bit ones. With the grappling hooks and all that nonsense. This weird frame around it, I think I can do better with the viewport. I think I can expand this a little more. There we go. Because I know the Sega Saturn aspect ratio is not perfectly 4:3 or what have you. And this is just one of those things that's going to bug me if I don't sort of take care of it now. What's that, 40? 30? Cool. Alright. These are some dirty-ass streets, I'll tell you what. Like, I know, like, Batman exists to clean up Gotham, but... you know, and I know he does it, like, more as, like, a sort of cleaning up the streets, you know, of criminals, but I think these streets can just use, like, a proper street sweeping. I don't know if I meant to do my special move there, my bomb or whatever. I think I'm doing okay, though. I don't think I've been hit. Definitely want to grab all these power-ups, though. I think these recharge your meter, so you can do more of those. Did I just get hit by a car? Okay, so... oh, man. So these, I know the good or evils are literally a roulette for whether you get, like, something, like a power-up or a disadvantage. You can get, like, you know, you can double in size or something, or you can just, like, eat shit. Depending on if the odds are in your favor or not. I know people are gushing about the graphics in this, and rightfully so. These graphics are beautiful, but, oh, what's the evil gonna do? Oh, now I've shrunken in size. So that would be the opposite of growing. This has to probably affect our damage output too, right? Phil saying this is gonna be Rampage World Tour vibes. Yeah, accurate. I can absolutely see that. Okay, so I think that power move or whatever that bomb is, I think it's just what happens when you fully fill out the power meter. I could be wrong about that. So I don't think it's necessarily something I can, like, you know, reserve for a moment where I need it. I guess I sort of need to keep collecting those. Is the music at all audible? Can you hear the game sound effects well enough? Can you hear just like this crazy carnival music going ham? I don't even think the Joker's in this movie, right? It's Riddler, right? Okay, cool. So does anyone have... oh, I game overed. Oh, I didn't even realize I was putting my name in. We got continue, though. We got lives. We can keep this going a little while longer, at the very least. The bat bolas are those, like, strings, those lassos sort of that you toss around people. They tie people up. Like, you know, cowboys used to toss them at legs, and they would sort of wrap them up, and they would fall to the ground. Bolas. And I assume the bat bolas just has a little battering symbol or some other such gimmicky nonsense. How do I use my... oh, okay, I see. The punch button also works as your item toss. Sorry to say, that is both of these bats. Got Robin and Batman, both of these bats. I'll be here all day. So the grapple does appear in this game, except it's not like some necessary thing for traversal, it's just a attack y'all can do. Oh, I got stuck there for a second. This looks kind of fun. Why does it have such a bad reputation? I don't think the arcade game has so much a bad reputation. It's more the 16-bit games. It's more the...
Super knockout bonus. Bat signal bonus.
Okay then. We got bonuses for days. I don't know what any of these do.
Super grapple.
I guess we got the super grapple then, huh? Oh, we got some shreddage going on.
Riddle me death.
Okay, we are on full-on Flavor Town right now. I'm sorry, this is dope. I never spent any amount of serious time with this game, despite owning a Saturn and owning this game, I think. So I'm sure I've played this at some stage. I'm sure I've maybe even beaten this game at some stage, but this is like, it all feels new to me.
Knockout.
Triple knockout. That's impressive. That'll cost him. I just love the scaling. I love everything scaling and not necessarily looking great, getting real close to the screen even if it really shouldn't be. Just not knowing well enough to not do that. Bless their hearts whoever made this. Which is Iguana Entertainment, right? That's who made this. Iguana were the Turok people, right? The secret is I don't remember anything about video games unless I'm like writing an article and doing the research for it. I'm pretty sure Iguana is Turok though, because I remember like the N64 splash screen where the Iguana does its Iguana thing. Technical terms here. You know, back when I worked at a museum, I didn't have... It wasn't an iguana. It was a... damn, what was that animal I took care of? It was some sort of reptile. There were geckos there. There were... what am I thinking of? I mean, the bearded dragon. Bearded dragon. What I'm trying to say is reptiles are cute. I like reptiles. I like a good scaly fella, scaly friend. Okay, one more life. Oh, we got boss battle? Nick and Blade? Are these characters from the comic books or the movie film? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. Which, whatever, I mean, I'm not really complaining. Games gotta fill their games with characters. You gotta fill your beat 'em up with boss characters. Remember this from the movie? Oh, I think I prematurely used that power-up that I didn't have any control over. Would have loved to have used that on Flex here. Am I getting pelted with trash by the audience? That's dope. I don't know, guys. This game seems real good.
Round score.
Wait, hold on.
Highest combo. Hero bonus. Chromebuster bonus. Super knockout bonus. Bat signal bonus. Riddler bonus.
Well, I think clearly I gotta go for that Riddler bonus. That's not knowing what any of these do. Time will tell. Come on. This game does have some issues with scrolling, I will say. And maybe getting locked into combos. Okay, Riddler time. I'm indestructible, so I guess Riddler is invincibility temporarily? Possibly? Why the Riddler would correspond to that or grant us such a boon is beyond me. Electric Boogaloo is saying they went from playing NBA Hang Time to watching this masterpiece of pre-rendered graphics. Yeah, that's a hard transition. That is a jump cut. Yeah, I'm definitely. Does it feel like he's skating on ice? It looks like it's really fast. Yeah, I can say that's a fair assessment. I would say you definitely dart across the room from one side to the other. I don't know. I feel like I'm never in control of beat 'em ups on the best of days and the best of games. So that is one of my secrets. I'm not a big beat 'em up player. I mean, much love, respect, obviously no shade being tossed on them, just not for me. Except River City Ransom EX and the Game Boy Advance, which is maybe one of the best games ever made. It's my weird, specific exception. I just want to toss one of these batarangs. There we go. Fill the screen up with so many of them, the game slows down. Alright, that's gonna be game over on that one. Alright, so that was a good pick. That was Batman Forever, the arcade game. Let's see here. Back to the launch box. Back to another randomly selected game. This is good so far. Got some. That was a good one. I was happy we stumbled upon that one. Far Cry Vengeance on Nintendo Wii. Do I have the capacity to spontaneously do some Wii streaming here? Oh, let's see here. Let's see if I can grab the old Wiimote nunchuck gimmick. This is like a triathlon. I just dropped the baton and now I'm swimming into the ocean. Or do you take the baton with you into the ocean in the triathlon? Do you have like one hand you're doggy paddling and you got the baton in one hand? I don't know. I've never been in a triathlon, believe it or not. I'm not an athlete. Sorry to mislead any of you if you believe I might have been. Oh, there's a dolphin update. Remind me later. Electric Boogaloo, we did Fighters Megamix for thegaming.com during our Resident Evil 2 for the Game.com stream. Put a little bit of that. That doesn't mean I won't play more of it ever again. It's just a, if you ever wanted to see that game in action, and you decide the best way to do that is to watch me, of all people, play it, Hey, there's a way. There's a video. There's footage. Okay, this is gonna be 960 by. Wait, is this widescreen? This game, or is it 4:3? This Far Cry game that we're about to play. Electric Boogaloo, don't worry about checking it out later. You don't have to watch my stupid streams, trust. Oh, I gotta sync my Wiimote up.
Far Cry, vengeance.
Yeah, that old Ubisoft logo, huh? Classic. Hey, there we go. How far did I make it in this game the last time I played it? Or should we start from the beginning? Don't matter much to me either way. But yes, it does appear to be 4:3. Yeah, it's good enough. Any options I need to configure here? Also, I hope y'all don't mind me not even bothering to change the stream titles for each of these new games that we're playing. I think it's... just leave people in the dark, I don't need randos jumping in on this. I know you guys. I know everyone in the stream at the moment. And that's nice. I think that's cool. I like it being a little cozy. A little familiar. Medium. See, these are the days that I like. These are the phases of internet personality and fame that are comfortable with me. When I can have like 15 people in a Twitch stream and I know all of them, and I like all of them, and I don't have any assholes here or anything of the sort.
You'll be nursing a broken nose if you
I wish there were subtitles for this game.
That's it, Carver. You ain't paid on your tab for more than a week, and now I'm getting this? You're cut off.
Hey, you flicking nuts? That guy's a maniac.
That may have been true once, but that was a long time ago. Right, Jack?
Yeah, ancient history.
Hey, barkeep. Mix me up a tequila sunrise, will ya? Say, big fella, you look like the kind of man who can handle himself.
You look like the kind of woman I'd like to handle.
You always this fresh?
Actually, I'm feeling pretty ripe.
Well, let's hope you're not past your best before date.
Depends what you had in mind.
I was thinking of a midnight cruise. Meet me at the marina later, if you're up to it.
It's a little past my bedtime, but I'm game.
Don't keep me waiting.
I have to do some audio adjustment there to make sure this was actually audible.
Starting to get interesting.
Yeah, this is pre-rendered. It doesn't look very good. It looks like they rendered it on a Wii and then pre-rendered
Hold on
it.
one moment, sir. Some questions, please.
Don't worry, fellas, I'm not driving.
I should not have done that.
Phil saying you're not doing the main character's voice as a joke. That's the actual dialogue. Yeah, I'm sad to say it. Or kind of glad to say it, to be honest.
I think he's waking up. How long have you been with the rebels?
I'm not that kind of rebel, pal.
I'm not your...
I'm a rebel without a
That's the
cause,
guy.
baby.
The woman.
James Dean.
Kate. We know she sometimes works for the rebels. What is your relation?
Relation? Jesus, I barely got to first base before you crashed my party.
I hate this guy.
I will not eat your bullshit, you hear? Damn! What the hell was that?
I can't remember. This being Far Cry Vengeance, does this have the primal features? Because God knows how many different versions of the original Far Cry there were. I think there were 3, actually. That's the answer to that. Or 4. No, because PC, 360
Let's hope
version,
that keeps them busy
primal,
for a while.
so on and so forth. Like 4 or 5.
Goddamn sons of...
Oh yeah, this is primal bullshit in it.
That's my cue to leave.
Now we're in it. Oh, it's been a minute. Oh, this turn speed. I am gonna have to adjust that because that is too slow. That is very slow. A little better. You know, for as much as I love the way, and as much as I will talk about the rail shooters on this console, actual controllable, freedom of movement, 3D first-person shooter, it's maybe a little more rough of a sell. Oh, I've played worse. I wonder if the game wants me to pick this up or not. If only there was like some sort of indicator. If only there was some sort of just like objective. Okay, D-pad for crouching. Beautiful, we got a gun finally. Now I can see my 6 shooter skills in action. Oh, we even get dual pistols. Alright, this game doesn't belong on this list. This game immediately gets like at least like 12 points on my rating scale, which is only a 5-point rating scale, so. Nunchuck the jump though, that's gonna cost you. That's gonna be -1 because any nunchuck gesture is immediately just like awful. Do I want the silence pistol? Or do I want... Yeah, I want dual pistols, obviously. I think that was a load, or is it texture caching? I know Wii emulation isn't exactly perfect, so you're still gonna get little bits and pieces of a load in, or like, you know, stuttering that not necessarily pressing the hardware. I will say, oh, I did not mean to do... Honestly, when you do melee, it automatically brings you back to this one weapon. Phil saying, this is the closest game we're getting to Drake of the 99 Dragons. I don't know, it may... You know, we may get some supernatural powers of our own if this is based in part on the primal iteration of Far Cry, so I don't know if we can necessarily run on walls. I think there's a slowdown time. Am I completely wrong about that? Could be completely wrong about that. So I'm gonna say the shooting, you know, there's this thing called gun feel, and, you know, it's sort of important in your first-person shooters to have, like, pretty, like, good feedback. You want to, like, have some amount of volume, you want to feel, like, some force to it. This is just, like, kind of like shooting BB guns. Kind of like shooting airsoft, and I'm kind of not getting much out of it, sad to say. Like, there's no, like, real recoil to this. Yeah, I don't care about that submachine gun. I got my dual pistols. I'm set. I'm basically, like, Chow Yun Fat right now. I mean, this is basically like playing Hard Boiled, if it were a video game. Forgetting the fact that Stranglehold is a video game that exists as a direct sequel to John Woo's Hard Boiled. And we do have dual SMGs that take up most of the screen. That take up most of my view. Why would I ever zoom in? Especially if it means I have to drop one of my precious guns. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing the red steel waggle the Wiimote to reload, and I gotta remember it's not that. It is the C button on the nunchuck.
I'll kill you, man!
Hey, AI in this game seems really good. Their tracking skills are impeccable. Practice your grenade skills. Oh, is this straight up like tutorializing in the middle of me getting pursued by... How do I toss grenades? I actually wasn't paying attention. I probably should have been. Aren't you glad you're playing with a real professional here? Professional streamer. Cassidy. Whatever, we don't need grenades anyway.
Show yourself!
I wish I could just aim these guns independently. I wish I could hook up a second emote and really get to the partying up on here. I do like to pretend I'm ambidextrous. I do like to pretend I can aim two guns independently. No? Yeah. There we go. We got up there. I'll tell you what, I was at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. It's a convention. It took place in Idaho. No, it took place in Portland, Oregon. And there was a Virtua Cop 2 machine there that, you know I love rail shooters. Made my favorite genre of game. And I played a bit of it on the first day I was there, and I wanted to play it the next day I went there, and the second day I was there. And I couldn't because the time I had slotted for playing said video game, there was a like 6-year-old kid who was using both of the pistols, and he was styling like Dante from Devil May Cry. He wasn't hitting anything, he was losing, and he was having to press the free play button literally every 5 seconds when he got killed. But he was like reloading by like flinging the guns behind his back and doing everything that actually did not reload, that did not result in a reload, and it was so adorable that I couldn't bear to stop him. I wish I knew where I was going. Oh, there's a little waypoint indicator. I've just wasted time so far. We should probably just follow that, and that'll probably take us somewhere. I could talk more about Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I still kind of want to write the article about it and just like how much of a disorganized mess it all was. Which, you know, there are people who went there. People I know who went there. I met up with some people there. I met up with Derek and Grace of the Stop Skeletons from Fighting, who I've been looking forward to meeting for a while now. I wish would give me a reminder on how to use these grenades. At least we got some shooting going on. But, yeah, there was like a weird, complete disregard for the YouTube personalities that were at the convention. Like, you couldn't find them on the itinerary. They had one booth in the middle of the busiest section in the convention center, not in the exhibition hall, but in the arcade section, so you couldn't hear anyone talking over the sounds of all the arcade games and bad meme music that the DJ was spinning, and you had no idea who would be there and when. So I ended up meeting like the 8-bit guy, who, don't get me wrong, I love meeting the 8-bit guy. I met him about like 3 or 4 times, and I got him to take a picture with my cowboy hat on, which I'm always happy to do. And that I think like 90% of the time it was Ian from the Completely Unnecessary podcast with Pat the NES Punk, the co-host of that show, who also, cool dude. Like, a genuinely cool dude. I was very happy to meet him. Sorry, gameplay, you know, focus mode. Probably gotta use this, huh? But, like, I think I only got to see Derek and Grace one time in that spot before I went to go see their panel. When I say meme music, I mean, like, Rick Astley and, like, Fortnite Dab That Wave or something. I don't know. I can't remember half the music. I don't have a great memory for it, but it was all stuff that like I knew for its ironic value that I wouldn't actually like, you know, listen to in my spare time, but would listen to if I was making some like meme compilation video, which I would never do. So basically, it's music I would never listen to. I think the fact that I could cite Never Gonna Give You Up, like, sort of says it all about the musical selection on offer there. I thought I meant Nightcore. No, I wish. There was no dance party either. That was a shame. I was looking forward to the, to watching a bunch of nerds dance. That's a thing you guys are gonna have to get used to. I'm sorry, by the way, but I really like using the word nerds to describe people. To describe, like, gamers and stuff. I think I need to use the grenade here, by the way. I think... Oh, I see! There's an icon there. If I press up there... yeah, I can switch between rocks... and that... Yeah, I think I need to hit this with a grenade to progress. That seems... Oh, wait, you know what? Never mind. I know I need to progress. Now I'm back to the grenade theory, then. Also, our guy seems very short. I'm just noticing that now. Okay, let's pause. Oh, we may have reached an impasse, fellas. This is, I really should have paid attention, huh? Oh, you know what it is? I bet if I put that up... Yeah, you see? It's my dual wielding. That still doesn't solve this, though. Oh, man. This would be a bummer of an impasse to hit, wouldn't it? This would be a really anticlimactic end to this game. Is there anything in here? Is there a staircase that I'm not privy to? Can I open this door? Oh, I'm a fool. Now I feel foolish. Yeah, in case any of y'all were wondering, like, yeah, I'm not good at video games. I don't know why people trust my video game opinions, for one, because I don't know how to fucking play them. I ain't no nerd. I see this hole in the floor, and all I can think of is, and this is a reference no one's gonna get, it's a game that no one besides me has fucking played, but Shell Shock 2 Blood Trails. Yeah. First level of that game. It's a Rebellion joint, that one. I think there's a person who used to work for Rebellion Developments who reached out to me after I wrote the Road Warrior article, who asked me, who practically said, like, you know, I cannot wait for you to do Shell Shock 2. And maybe I need to find that person again and see the comment they left, or find the Twitter message they sent me, so I can ask them some questions. I got a couple questions about that game. I would love to do more interviews, by the way. Love to do more interviews on this website. Some of you in the Discord already well know that we had one in particular lined up for an article on a particular skeleton video game game. And we just it didn't pan out. And I've been sort of a little bummed after that whole thing, even though it wasn't their fault. It was. But anyway, I'm rambling. I do a lot of rambling. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I just need to point out that the Jeep here, all rights restricted. And also, any slight movement I make with this nunchuck results in me launching into the air. So... here we go. Now we're in this. Now this is a Far Cry. There's nothing on the road for me to shoot at. There's no, like, other cars chasing or... Oh, no, spoke too soon. Can't really aim up at them, though, because of the belief that this Jeep all-right restricted Patriot is, it's cramping me. Cramping the style. Cramping my aim. Here we go. I'm not even bothered. I think I'd have to dump like probably like 4 magazines for the way that looked. Reverse. So what's who people here who have played Far Cry games? What are your favorite Far Cry games? The only acceptable answer is 2, by the way. Anyone else who posts anything else will be banned from the chat. No, that's not going to do that. That's a joke. But in case you couldn't tell, oh, hold on. I was mistaking the reload button for the shoot button on that one. And I think I ran out of pistol ammo is what happened there too, so I was sort of a double whammy. Really like a Far Cry 2. I did not get into Far Cry 3. I never quite saw what the hoopla around that one is. I know, it's Skyrim with guns, and, you know, when you have a marketing line like that, I mean, how can you go wrong? That's basically the perfect video game. I mean, come on, guys. But, no, it's just, I like a little, I don't know if I need more or less structure out of it. I don't know what you'd say Far Cry 2 is, whether that's a game with more or less structure. Oh, we got a revolver. Attention everyone, we have a revolver. I like revolver, video game revolvers. You know, I'm sure I'm not the only idiot in the world who thinks this way, but I hate guns. I detest guns. I detest gun violence, as you well should. But man, there's just something about revolvers, isn't there? In the Old West. And then dual pistols in my John Woo action movies. Maybe this will actually be a user grenade. Yeah, what do you know? See, I was thinking ahead. I was thinking with portals. I was just too far ahead of my time when I was trying to use grenades to open walls up earlier.
You're not. Oh, check it out.
You know what this is looking like at this stage? This looks like a fake video game that would play on like an episode of CSI or whatever. Like, I'm getting that quality of like texture and model from it, and the AI too, where it's just... I gotta catch up on some comments here. I apologize. When I have the full screen game open, I'm a little less attentive towards chat, and I do apologize for that. Can you believe Ubisoft is going on to make an even cringier Far Cry game with 5? Video Game King says. No, it's impressive how out of touch that game in particular is. Lethal Enforcers 2 was so effective. Yeah, we said it in the Wild West. Hot damn, who would have thunk? That stuff set in the Wild West is dope. What is the blue thing here? Oh, I can climb up this. Okay. Destiny's been teaching you to level out of gun types, fictionally at least. Hey, you still playing Destiny 2? That's cool. I mean, I say that, I don't mean to sound dismissive at all. The tone I delivered that with was not the tone I intended to deliver that with. I apologize, Cambridgian. I should say, I'm interested to see people who are still playing Destiny 2. I played Destiny 2, and I think, like a lot of people, I sort of done fell off of it. But, hey, no, people still playing that game.
Take position.
Bless your hearts. Obscure. To remember when there was that crime procedural where the criminals hacked their secrets into a copy of Prince of Persia, I know exactly what we're talking about. I do not remember the name of the show offhand. I do have a list of every police procedural to have a quote-unquote video game episode. And I definitely have it on that list. It's great because, like, they break the game down to, like, these levels and stuff. Like, you know, like, it's level 4, rescue the princess, so on and so forth, and it's just ultra cheesy, and I would not have it any other way. I really hope TV writers never actually play a video game, like, beyond their arcade games that they're writing from memory from the 80s or whatever. I really hope they never progress. Because it's so adorable. Like, I know some people who get, like, super mad about, like, you know, like, they're misrepresenting the video games, and it's like, dog, choose your battles, mate. Choose your hill to die on. I'm not dying on the hill that is TV's representation of modern-day video games. I remember there was an old Daily Show back when the Doom movie was coming out. So Jon Stewart still hosting, so on and so forth. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was on the episode, and he was interviewing. He was doing his, circuit for Doom. And at the end of the interview between Jon Stewart and The Rock, Jon Stewart asked, "Now, there's one question I've been waiting to ask. The door, the fourth door in Doom. What's the secret passcode to it?" And then Rock chuckles haha, it's like 4312. All right, thank you, man. The Rock, woo! Audience cheers, laughs, loving it. And I watched it with a friend on their TiVo, and they were like, "There's no doors with codes in Doom. There's no passcodes to open doors in Doom. There's no keypad in the original Doom. Maybe they're talking about Doom 3, but I don't think they are, because I don't think Jon Stewart played Doom 3. Okay, dog. All right. You got him. You zapped him. That Jon Stewart, he fucked up. That Rock, his career never recovered after that interview, His credibility just fucking shattered. But the Doom movie, a great success, though. That was the one good thing to come out of all that. That it became the highest rated movie and highest earning movie of all time. This is the timeline I choose to live in. Front Row is saying, I was watching Psych this week, and there's an episode where the guys playing Xbox 360 game with a light gun pistol. Oh, Psych. I loved Psych. I think that was a charming show. I loved the Blue Sky Initiative on what was it? Was it TNN? Or, no, USA. Anyone remember the Blue Sky Initiative? That was literally the directive from on high at USA, where it was determined that all new programs on the network, like in the mid-2000s, so, your burn notices, your psychs, your, that one with the witness protection program, that they should all be able to promo well in a commercial format, where it's characters standing against a really blue sky. And that was it. That's literally what it was. And so it was the shows that took place in these really sunny Miami, Florida, sunny environments. We were really luscious, highly saturated colors, and the commercials for all of them for years would just be the principal characters standing in front of a blue sky with some clouds in it. And this was an actual on-high order from the network as part of some deliberate advertising and image thing for the network. TV is so stupid. So I have to jump to the zipline, it looks like. There we go. I don't know if Monk fell into it. I think Monk may have been over by the time those shows were on. My memory for mid-2000s USA Network programs, for as fondly as I remember the Blue Sky Initiative and Psych, I do not know the whole lineup of shows there. I just think that's really funny. What is going on here? Oh, it's like an AI routine where they're doing target practice. I'm gonna zoom in close on this. Oh no, I got spotted. That's a shame. I just want to let them live their lives in peace. I want them to continue target practice until the next Far Cry game comes out. We're approaching the 9 o'clock mark here. I think we're almost done with this game. We'll move on to something else in a minute. You know how it is for me. I get the first-person shooting. It's first person. I get immersed in it. I get a little, I'm in the zone. I'm in the Far Cry zone. Even as underwhelming as this is, as incredibly underwhelming as this is, it's first-person shooting, and I'm totally using my Wiimote to aim my gun in the video game, and it's kinda sick. Oh, these two were just standing there and weren't doing anything about me killing their friends. That's... Also, why am I not using dual pistols? I feel like I've been neglecting. I love this water. This looks so refreshing. Can we swim? Can we go underwater? Oh, we sure can. Obscuratory. Can I just call you Phil? Phil? I'm sorry. Can I? When I know people by their actual like first names and they're publicly like available on the internet, it's I just want to default to that. Phil says the one thing I like about this era of graphics is that there weren't a lot of shaders or anything complicated. You can still clearly see the geometry of everything. Yes, there is an aesthetic to this. There is a look to this. You know, people talk about their graphics and their shaders and their anti-aliasing. I still play games without anti-aliasing on because I love my jaggies. I want there to be some disconnect. I want my textures to be swimming and warping. And people think like I do this as a bit, but no, I really love that old style of PS1 graphic that people can't bear to look at the stage. That's my jam. And if games had never progressed past PS1 graphics, I think I'd have been fine with that. I think I would have lived quite happily in that alternate timeline. And been enjoying this game in beautiful 32-bit, or, you know, with its 256 color range, and characters that have like 4 polygons for their entire face. I don't believe this is actual CryEngine, is it? Video Game King asking if how the shadows do the thing with stuff and how the shadows are coded here. I don't think... No, that's not true, because I know even the Resident Evil light gun games operate on some version of Cryware. And I think there was even like the Cryware... It was like a white background with a blue box and it said Cryware. I think is the Cryware logo on these costumes. Or these games. For this console. I think my brain is melting with this game, guys. I think we need to call it quits on the Far Cry. Wait, hold on. Rocky moment. Adrian! Rocky Balboa! Alright, that's enough of that game. Let's move on to another one. I like that bit there. That's a good bit. I'm bringing them to you. Turn off my sensor bar. Let's pick another random game. Another game at complete random. Oop. Apologies. 1 second while I respond to a message in brief. And then I'll pick a random game shortly thereafter. Alright, there we go. As I said, professional stream here. It selected Castlevania for the N64, but I'm going to make an executive decision here, and I'm going to pick a different Castlevania game. So I can still talk about Castlevania, but... Oh, I didn't even put it on the Launchbox stream. Like I said, very professional stream I have going on right here, right now. But you'll see what game this is in a second, I'm sure. 720. Let's scale this properly. And we'll see if I can beat this game on my first try. Just do it on a whim. If I can pull that out, that would be something, huh? That'd be something to write home about. There we go. There's also an article up on this on the Bad Game Hall of Fame website. It was one of our first articles. I think it was actually the second or third. It was something real early. So, I think it's fortuitous that we came upon this because I watched that Castlevania Netflix Season 2 series. Or Castlevania series Netflix Season 2. Arrange those words in a way that makes them make sense and you'll know what I watched. Anyway, it was fucking great. That's all I want to say about it. It's really good. I love how plotting it is. And that sounds like, you know, like a sarcastic compliment. No, I absolutely love how long it takes to get to the quote-unquote action in that season. I love the development of the characters. I thought it was a great season of television, of animation, and I can't recommend it highly enough, along with the first season. Electric Boogaloo asking, have you played the colorized version of this on the Konami GD Classics collection? As a matter of fact, I have. As a matter of fact, I have, and it is, it's fine. It's colorized. Doesn't really do much to improve the gameplay, if anything. And, you know, that's the thing you kind of want. You want them to kind of, like, increase the move speed, or, I don't know, something. Or maybe, I mean, I guess, you know, I like the preservation aspect of it being exactly as it was, to some extent. Even if it means that I lose my power-up every time I get hit by an enemy, as just happened. This certainly looks like a game in the Castlevania mold, says the Video Game King. The design's got that plotting, methodological field. Methodological. Why do you guys listen to me? Yeah, it's definitely a Castlevania. It's recognizable as a Castlevania, for whatever that's worth. The lack of sub-weapons definitely hurts it. And this rope is going to kill me if it doesn't let me... There we go. Now, I know there's a secret coming up. Is it right here, by any chance? No? There's one of these things you can climb... No, wait, no, hold on. I'm thinking of Castlevania The Adventure 2, aren't I? I'm thinking of Belmont's Revenge. This is the secret, you can climb up the ropes in one of these. Unless it's right here, unless it's right... There we go. It's all coming back to me 20 years later. Actually, it's more like 2 years later. That's when I wrote about this game last. Probably the last time I played it as well. Is there a slide down function for this, or is that Belmont's Revenge as well? I'm confusing this game, mechanics in this game with its much improved squeakle in Belmont's Revenge. And yeah, the people who made this game, the B team within Konami at the time, when Emma found treasure, is Fel Temp Reparatio. I'm on the ball tonight, folks. I am at my best. This is not Chuck Belmont's here, this is Christopher Belmont? Christopher Belmont. Let's say that this is Christopher Belmont, and that his son features in the next game as a sub-boss that you have to knock out of his paralysis. Now, if you want to talk about underrated Castlevania protagonists, if you want to talk about the Forgotten Belmonts, check out, what's the name of that mobile game, the Java Castlevania game? No, as a matter of fact, hold on. No, I gotta show you all something. This is also a good excuse to check my, to test something I programmed into my, my gimmick here. Castlevania cell phone game. What's it called? Bum, 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 bum. Good music in that game. Order of Shadows. Here we are, the Forgotten Belmonts. Desmond Belmont. And this isn't going to do, I need to get an actual proper picture of this fella. Oh, there's some fan art here. Did they give him a mustache in this? Looks like they gave him like a little mustache. He doesn't have a mustache in the game. Looks like that in the game. Where's the sprite sheet? Okay, here we go. Can we zoom in real close on this? There we go. That's our protagonist. That is Desmond Belmont, the Forgotten Belmont, until he appears in season 3 of the Netflix Castlevania series. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this Super Saiyan ass hair coming back. Oh, he's got a little face there. You can actually see like the details of his face in this one frame, in the hurt frame. Oh boy. Yeah, that's certainly a game that you can play. Actually, you know what? Give me 2 seconds. Close out of this. What was I thinking? Playing a game I've already written an article about for my website. Should be doing some new shit, so it should be debuting some stuff on here. Should be giving you guys a taste of something you ain't never seen before. That's what I'm talking about. I really hope the simulator actually opens up. This is not one of my most tested or, you know, most oft used emulators. It's KE emulator, or K emulator, as it might be called. Is it not going to work? Do I need to have like Java updated or something to get this to work? That's a shame if so. I was totally going to load up the Castlevania Java game, but instead we may need to wait for an article on the Castlevania Java game. It may take me like doing some actual advanced setup. One of these days you'll see that, I swear. Let's pick another game at random, because Castlevania The Adventure is it's a little slow. I don't know if that's necessarily the best stream game, which is another reason why I was eager to pick something else entirely. Lady in Waiting I cannot play because that is a Atari 2600 porn game. There's a few of those on this list, like Night in Town and some others here. So let's shuffle that one off the buffalo one more time. Not Treasure Hunter. Whew. Yeah, why not, right? I can't read any of the dialogue in this game. I won't be able to parse any of it, but... Oh, wait, is it totally trying to use my Wiimote as the controller? No, it can't be doing that. It's gotta let me use my DualShock 4. Oh, thank Christ. Okay. Let's get that back up to 960, 720, get the scaling good as it can be. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a 1996 game by Acti Art, who I don't think made any other video games. It's, I pressed X instead of circle. Can't do that. Gotta use that circle button. We'll see if we can make any sort of headway on this. You are a treasure hunter, or I'm sorry, you're not treasure hunter. I remember someone translated some detail of the game to me. Something to the effect of, like, you are a treasure hunter who refuses to be called a treasure hunter because your pride or something it prevents you from accepting that. Blonde hair, blue eyes, how's that working out for you, buddy? Oh yes, there we are. Colin Youth is the person who filled me in on this, I believe. Thank you for for messaging, yes. He's called Not Treasure Hunter because it's not for personal gain. Don't get it twisted, folks. Albert Wosker.
古代文明に興味を持ち、その謎を解くために様々な遺跡を旅している。世の中には遺跡や古い墓を漁っては貴重な古代の宝を持ち帰り、それで金儲けをしている者がいる。そんな学術的な価値を無視するトレジャーハンターと同じに見られる。私の目的は
Oh no shit, this is Char. Huh, this is the voice of Char from the Gundams. Hot damn. Stars of the cast. Now, some of you may recognize bits and pieces of this game, of this screen coming up. Maybe starting to come back into your recollection a little bit here. From a little YouTube series called Classic of Game. Can I get a run? How do I run? Is it double tap? Yeah, sure is! And yes, this does predate Simple Series, as is being pointed out in the chat. It looks so much like the Sniper. Oh, the Sniper, that's a game. Now that is a game. Sniper 1 and 2. Yes, these are tank controls, to answer your question, Cambodian. Alright. Yeah, everyone got all that. It's really good font treatment. Just dark red text on a black background on this piece of paper. Can I put the knife back in the wall? That feels like something I should be able to do. Oh yeah, and RetroPals did this recently, didn't they? I should ask Danny about what the hell to do in this game. I'll just catch you later, Electric Boogaloo. I know it's long past midnight. I know time zones are what they are. I should start doing earlier streams at some stage. Kind of just did this one on a whim. But, I always say I want to do more of these. I always say I want to do... Oh! Okay. So ends the adventure of the Not Treasure Hunter. Is this going to kick me back to the start? Really? You're going to do me like that? Okay, I have a fast forward button. So if we can't skip these cutscenes, we can certainly fast forward them. Alright, beautiful thing. Off to the races. Alright, so note to self. I'm just going to scribble this out here. Note to self. Rocks can break. Okay. I'll fast forward this. We don't need this again. Yep, Cowpoke got up and left us. Got it. Now, was there any clue that those rocks were going to give out from underneath me? Like, are they discolored in any way? Kinda? Sort of? I feel like I should save state here. I feel like it's probably a smart thing to do, right? Didn't break on me this time. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? I love when a plan comes into action. See, I took my experience, I took the knowledge of what happened before, and I used it against the bad guy in this scenario. Yeah, okay, your guess is as good as mine on this one, folks. Let's just see what happens if I press A. dramatic music sting right there. Video Game King saying, I know it's bad game roulette, but half these games have been corny rather than outright bad. Yeah, it's a fair assessment. That's what I get when I do the roulette. But you know what? Bad games, there's a variety of bad games. There's so bad they're charming, there's bad they're bad. So bad they're good. Bad is as bad does. Did we just go around in a full circle somehow? You probably get into some bad stuff. Ooh. Now, I want to watch the replay on that. I'm going to have to watch the replay back on that, because I don't think I was near the edge there. Luckily, we have save states. And why are my hands filled with stuff? Is this like some weird save state thing where it has like all the items in my inventory equipped at once? Let's see if we can bring it back to basics. Beautiful. And we'll equip this pistol. I think we kind of need to do this to progress. It seems to be the case. I'm just attempting to intuit all this with my complete lack of understanding of any of the dialogue at play here. But this sends me in a loop-de-loop again. What if we just turn around and left? No going? No dice? I'm sure if I could read whatever's written on that note. Yeah, so following so far. Video Game King saying it's a cave spirit and I think it wants your life. That would make sense, yeah. Hey, you know, there's lip syncing in this. There's actual mouth movements. And it actually synchronizes. I'm just noticing that now. See, now that's impressive. That's some effort. It almost goes completely unnoticeable because the resolution on the PS1 is so low, but, you know, it's there. Now, I would love to be able to access my inventory, which is not letting me do for some reason. Used to just be the X button I would press. And the run is so particular. The timing on it or something is so specific. I get it, we're stuck in a loop. If anyone knows how to break that loop, your assistance in this endeavor would be much appreciated. Oh! Well, that did it. I guess I need to just run towards it with the knife, and that would set things back to once they were. I was expecting to have to use like a use key or something,
未知
but
の部分が明らかになるだろう。さあ、次の冒険が私を呼んでいる。
did we complete it? Does that count as an ending? Or is this like a chapter 1? Oh, fuck off. Look at all these screenshots that you haven't seen from adventures you didn't go on. That's awesome. So that's one of 57 endings. Oh, look at that lady. Glindra Magnum? Image character Glindra Magnum? That name's fucking dope! I want to be Glindra Magnum. Call me Cass Magnum. Hot damn. Huh. Well, not entirely sure we're gonna make much progress beyond that, but you know what? Got an ending. Got some treasure. Arnold Rimmer telling me you're supposed to stand still at the start till a lizard man appears. How intuitive. Yeah, no kidding, huh? It's one of those things, huh? Where it's just one of those, you gotta stand still and wait like an NES game or something. Alright, so not Treasure Hunter. I'll look into that more at some point. I don't think right now is the time or venue for it, though. I should watch that Slowbee stream or that RetroPal stream of it. Definitely something to that. Definitely something I would like to see more of. I just don't want to bother y'all with my complete lack of understanding of it. Let's do another random game. We got a little longer left, I think. Dark Edge. Dark Edge, Dark Edge. Do I know what game this is? Some type of fighting game. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Oh, I'm getting an error message. Because I think I moved some stuff around. In some of my directories. Oh, I see. It's trying to use Fightcade. No, let's not do that. Let's use Mess. Yeah, here we go. This'll do us just fine. There we are. So the graphics, not perfect. I think we'll live though. That's a Sega fighting game. What is this, 1992? Oh, it's this one! It's this one! This one! The game with this thing! I know this thing. Let's put a fucking coin in this and let's get this underway. Alright, do I want to be like cool looking creature or do I want to be lady? I think I'm gonna be lady. Genie. In a bottle. Ooh! I like this. This is fucking wild for 92. How many attack buttons do I have? It seems to be a 5-button fighter? Okay. So let's just actually get used to these controls. Jump and dodge. Punch. Or left jab, right jab, I guess. I think I'm close to death, though, so I should probably... There we go. And is music coming through, or is sound effects coming through on this? Sorry that I have to keep on asking, but still got some tweaking to do. So it looks like I got 2 kicks, 2 punches, and 1 jump. Beautiful. And I'm sure there's combos that I'm not privy to. Is there a particular reason to have this in my bad game list? Like it appeared on some sort of list of worst fighting games or something? Because, I don't know, so far this seems dope. I'm not good at it at all, but this seems awesome. You know, some of these games are just on the list for, like, some sort of reputation or something. I don't personally vet all of these as being, like, you know, irredeemable. Squat attack with the lever in the neutral position. You control the 3D movement of it. You move, like, basically forward, backwards, left, and right. Let's see, I'm going to switch characters up. Blood. So basically think of it as like an 8-directional thing. Like I can sort of dance around like that. How far back can I go? Oh, at a certain point he just keeps following me, so... I could probably timer scam this fool. Yeah, I think this guy controls a little bit better. I like the range on his attacks a little more, I think. And that goofy kick. Are there, like, animations for that in all 8 directions? Do they have to draw every one of these attacks from, like, all 8 possible angles? Or is it 9? 3, 2, 8. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm bummed out that I'm not good enough at this to like make any progress on it, to make any headway on it, because it seems like exactly the kind of stupid gimmick fighter I would totally get into. Wait, no, hold on. We may have a strategy, folks. We may have stumbled onto something here. I've got no idea what's going on, and I don't give a fuck. All I know is I'm in Flavor Town right now. Is there a block button? Is it just hold back the block, maybe? Didn't do me much good there, if that's not how it works. Blood versus Thud is a hell of a matchup, I tell you what. Thanks to Sardis for pointing out the 2 character names here. Oofa. Oh, come on, Blood. Pull it out, baby. Yes, I believed in you. Sardis, you missed us playing not Treasure Hunter just a few minutes ago, and I made no progress in it because I had no idea what was going on. We got some sort of ending on it. Should look more into that game. Oh man, I'm gonna get my butt whooped again. That's a shame. I'm not gonna make any progress in this. That dude is awesome though. Look at him with his katana and his sunglasses. We'll pick another character. How about that? Give this one more go. This dude looks like a baby in a robot suit. Goliath. Okay. This is like a Rise of the Robots reject character that I'm playing as right now. If you took the human element out of it. Oh, when he jumps and lands, he sticks the landing. He, like, ragdolls for a second. So you just, at least I feel the weight to this character, so that's something. Wait, is this punch just like a rocket? I totally like launched a rocket when I at one of those moments. Whoa! Alright, we got moves. We got special moves with this one. God damn. Was that a perfect? That guy's nabbed the perfect. Then away we go. I think I found the hidden depth of this game, guys. I can't possibly win just by doing this one move over and over again, can I? I'm just alternating between two different buttons, and I think that is the combination for whatever move this is. It's just like a running, arm-spinning, tackle sort of maneuver. And the health bars are so small in this that, like, I can end these rounds in a matter of seconds. Oh, he is coming back with something. He is mounting some sort of offense. That is a great sprite right there. I wish I knew how to launch that projectile that I managed to launch that one time. Oh, I'm so close. Oh, yes. Beautiful thing. I don't even have anything to say about this game. This is just dope. For a 1992 game? Come on, this is sick. I'd have, like, played this every day at the arcade if I saw this, like, in the flesh. Hot damn. Like, you could put this next to the Street Fighter cabinet, and, you know, you'd have a crowd around that and be like, what are you chums doing? Like, why are you playing, like, with your, like, little 2D baby game when you can get, like, 3 dimensions of movement here? I don't know. Seems like my shadow opponent knew my strategy going in. To use projectile weapons, keep the lever opposite to the enemy for 0.5 seconds, then move to the enemy while punching. So that's a secret, obviously. Yeah, I think it's enough of that one game. That's interesting. That's Dark Edge. Dark Edge. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that one. Discovering some things. We're discovering some games on the stream. We are happening upon some choices. Alright. Another one. Super Fighter for MS-DOS. Super Fighter for MS-DOS. Oh, I could do Super Fighter for MS-DOS. Or I could do Superboy for MSX. Yeah. Any second now. Bear with me. Yeah, here we go. I know there's some history. I know there's some interesting history to that Super Fighter game, and it being brought back from the dead in some respects. But I can't pass up Superboy at the moment. Do I have to control this with? No, I can use my Joy. I can use my controller. Perfect. So you know, it's just Superboy, the classic Superboy. He of Superboy Odyssey and other such fine products. and on his home console of the MSX, as we all are familiar with his smooth scrolling. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, a lot of these early home computers, the smooth scrolling thing was not quite a dream that could be achieved. Just like the dream of having controls that like actually function was maybe still a little ways off. Of having perfect NES sort of comparability was not quite there yet. This also has a bootleg card for the Master System, I believe so. That sounds about right. I know there's also mushrooms. I know you don't just go through the whole game as this tiny boy, but in fact I think there's also like a fire flower too. I think I just kind of completely missed them. It's like I missed the flagpole and jumped completely over it. All right. Stage 1 done dusted. I can't remember if this game is faithful. I mean, I already know the item boxes are completely different. But, hey, there we go. Big boy. And I can't remember the rest of the map data, though. Like, can we, for example, jump up here and just run across the top of the level? It would appear as though we can. I somehow doubt there will be a warp zone, though. Only one way to find out. Yeah, there's no making that jump, I don't think. I think they did it very deliberately to prevent that. So this is some sort of, in case you haven't gathered, oh my god, we're just going to clear the flagpole every time, huh? That's super easy to do. This is the bootleg, this is not official Mario. I didn't need to tell any of you that, y'all know. I would say this is a bit more playable than Super Mario Bros. Special, though, the Hudson take on Super Mario Bros., because at least this scrolls as you move, as opposed to scrolling the entire screen's worth every time you move to the edge of the screen. I would take this over that any day of the week. As choppy as this is, it's still that much more... Maybe I'll take it back, actually, because the air control there was lacking. Take back every good thing I ever said about this game. Yeah, because, you know, the big thing about Mario, like, the reason people talk so much about that Mario fella to this day, the reason why he's still a big deal, is that, you know, that original game kind of nailed the controls for a platformer. It kind of, like, set a standard that games at the time on different consoles just could not match. Whereas this is a far cry from that, let's just say. God, this little thing is trying so hard to do this game. Yeah, I know, isn't it adorable? Like, I can't get mad at this. They did their best to bring this game to an audience who couldn't afford a Famicom, or just, you know, who bet on this horse as opposed to the other one. Is this guy, like, kidding me? Is this Flying Koopa, like, having, like, a josh with me right now? Because so far, he's knocked me out the game twice, and fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you ain't gonna fool me 3 times. Yeah, these Koopas are a menace, I tell you what. There's something about their programming where he was like jumping on air as if he was jumping on platforms. So like the programming here ain't fully realized, let's just say. It's not one-to-one. Can we jump over the flagpole again? Oh, it's so squirrely too. I gotta see what Bowser looks like. Well, I kinda like the way the tiles look in this. Two-tone. Oh! Hold on, I'm sorry. Can we just... Is that just... Okay, alright, you know, Mario's... Okay, no, never mind. Guess it was just that one lava pit. Not the other one, not to be confused. Don't get it twisted here. I mean, it'd be crazy if Mario could walk on fire, if he could walk on lava. Except for that one particular spot. That's fine. That one's cooled down. It's really just more like, you know, it's like the... You can cook a steak on it. Well, that's the end of Mario's adventure. Or, sorry, Superboy's adventure. Alright, I got a request, or I got a question about a game that was adjacent to Superboy. My collection, that is Super Mario Collection for the PS1. And I suppose I should probably show you what that's about, because it's a very curious thing, I can tell you that much. This is a 2003 compilation disc that got sent around that has just a bunch of NES ROM hacks of not just Mario, Super Mario Bros. Like there's some Donkey Kong 3 and Junior and so on and so forth here. But yeah, they packed them all onto a PS1 disc with a really antiquated emulator, and you can totally load any of these up. Mario's a drug addict. SMB 69. Really lost levels. Somari. We got classic Somari in here. Where's Super Acid Mario? Super Acid Mario. Super Acid Mario. Where are you? I missed that one. I see Serena pointing it out, but Super Amish Mario? Did it mean like Amish Mario? Okay, you know what? I gotta see Mario as a drug addict though. But first, let me see if I need to do like any... No, I think that's good. Okay. Now, I'm really hoping this works. Oh, nope. I'm sorry, I pressed the X button to try and load it, and I got Super Cool Mario, Super Coffee in Mario, Super Diaper Mario. I need to know. I know I've gotten this to work in Mend Defend before, but I've had issues with it the past few times I've tried to. Oh, man. No, it's not gonna work, is it? What? I hear the music, I don't see the gameplay. I wonder if there's something I could do. Ho dum dum ho. I'm gonna see if I can switch it to something like a different renderer, like an NTSC PAL switch in RetroArch. Something? Anything? There's gotta be some way to get this to work. Let's restart that. There's gotta be. Because I know there's some issues. Like, I've tried the Net Your Rose collection before, and there's some issues where if you try loading it in, like, 50 Hz PAL mode, it doesn't quite get along well. African American SMB. No, I think we're going to avoid that one, but Blink 182 and SMB1. Hot dang. Man, I'm going to be bummed if this doesn't work. Yeah, okay, the video's not going to work, and I'm going to have to load up, like, a PCSXE or something to that effect if I want to get this working. Maybe a future stream, maybe I will go through the entries on this, because so many of these titles are just so fascinating. I'm just intrigued by a lot of those. So, I'm bearing things in mind. I'm making notes here. I'm putting things, I'm putting them in the cabinet, I'm closing the cabinet, and I'm holding them in consideration for future streams, for future roulettes, maybe. Alright. Charlie's Angels for the Nintendo GameCube. Right next to Chase the Truck Wagon, which we opened with today, so we've almost come around full circle. I'm gonna have to say no to that one though, just because I know from experience that it takes a minute to get to the good stuff in that game. So we should save that again for just a future endeavor. We have the prototype of Congo the movie, The Secret of Zinj for the SNES. That'd be something. Cutie Suzuki. Or we could finally get our Mario fix with the Crazy Kong. The good old-fashioned Crazy Kong. Or I could just hit shuffle again and see what comes up. Mega Man DOS. I think I'm being punished right now. I think... How about I just pick something else from the screen? Can I not play Mega Man DOS? Like, I know we have, like, the intro animation for it and everything. I know I have the pre-show video with the Mega Man DOS, but... Again, that's one of those things I'm gonna have to... can you even play it without fiddling a box in DOS box for 12 minutes? I mean, I have config set up for it already. Ah, the hell with it. Oh no, a specified DOSBox configuration file was not found, so I guess I didn't, or I definitely do. I was playing this the other day, for Christ's sakes. Oh, I've given away too much now. Let's see if I can do some live troubleshooting. Emulation. Oh, okay. I think I might well be able to remedy this. Oh, boo on you. Okay, something else. I guess that means that Super Fighter wouldn't have worked either. You can beat the robot dog, Frumpalords. You can actually kill it. It just respawns another one immediately afterwards, so it's a fruitless endeavor. But it is very much possible. Damn, I can do some Marky Mark and the Funky Punch. Or we could not and say we did. Huh. You know, this one's a weird one. This one's a Micronics one. I think. Maybe. Possibly. This is based on a TV show or a movie? I don't remember which offhand. But, that's what we have to look forward to once we get into it. So that was the girl yesterday. We broke up at midnight. She was just too good for you, right? She told me to change my lifestyle. Woman, they just want to change us men. It's too late for me to change. It's hopeless. I could always just quit this crazy job. Here it is. It's Rolling Thunder, everybody. You can tell from the red suit. With exciting gameplay featuring take 2 steps forward, crouch, shoot. I don't think I need to crouch, I can probably just... Although I want to dodge these shots, I think I have to. Now, how do I switch weapons again? Is it select? Or is it start? Yeah, it's start A button. See, it's all coming back to me. So this game I have in this collection, because the Retro Pals turned me onto it a while back. In their Micronics collection. And I thought to myself, no, that's a game. It's a game I gotta play for myself at some point. And here we are. No matter what I do here, if I stand up I get hit. Oh, whatever. Yeah, but this is developer Micronics at their finest, folks. All their glory. Notorious developer in the Famicom era. Let's take some grenades. Oh, there's even different animation because you're not holding a gun, so now you get to do a little bit of like a hop and scotch. Oh, good level! Oh, we get to do a boat chase! That should be exciting. Not quite. I love this dude just being pure white. Everyone else in the game has like skin tones. It wouldn't have been that much work or effort to, you know, change the tone that much, you know, like you have your 3-color limit, there's nothing else in the thing that, you know, would be the color of the skin, so you could totally change it to a beige and it would look just fine. So it would look more normal than this does. Makes it look like a ghost. What if I just spam the shoot button? Would there be any consequence to this doing that and running forward? Yeah, I'll get shot from behind. I'm like in the comments on this. God, it looks like he's walking backwards while he moves forwards. I know my Chronics made terrible games, but I can't bring myself to hate them. No, I love this. This is charming on so many levels to me. Like I said, I saw the pals stream this, and it was like, oh, I love this. Get a very Golgo 13 top secret episode vibe from this. Should probably switch to that submachine gun again. Or this nail gun from the looks of it. No, my Chronics weren't all terrible, I should say. They did the elevator action on NES, which is totally fine, totally passable. I'm a big elevator action fan, as I think I've talked about before. And, you know, that NES version, totally passable. Gets the basic gameplay loop down. You know, my Chronics did a lot of shit for not caring so much about the sprite limit on the NES. Not caring so much for the standard for how many graphics you should really have on screen at a single moment in time. But, you know, that's just their ambition. That's just their ambition bleeding through. That's just them wanting to push the console to its limits and really, you know, maximize the hardware. Not at all to do with them not really, like, you know, giving a shit and just phoning stuff in and not really thinking much about flickering being a new annoyance or nuisance to look at. No, it's just them pioneering. I wish I could, like, jump up on some of these surfaces and, like, run not on the ground level for a minute and just dodge these knife-wielding jabronis. I know this may not be the most exciting thing to watch, but I could play this all night long, I'm sad to say. I definitely want to get better at this, because I feel like I shouldn't have lost a life there. I feel like if I tossed my grenades a bit earlier, he's drawing his last breath. That's sexy, Eugene. What the fuck? Better watch your backs. Alright, warning taken to heart. From that sexy dying man. You know, nothing gets me hot and bothered like a bleeding corpse. Our character looks like a fucking corpse with his white skin. For Christ's sakes. God, the frame rate is just not keeping up with this intense action right now. Okay, I feel like jumping is definitely a key here. And are these literally the jets from Rambo on NES? From the hangar base that you start the game off in? I'm sure that it was very similar. I'm sure I'm misremembering them being like looking exactly like that. Of course, I'm gonna have to check after this. Couldn't help but shot one more time as I made it to the end of the level there. Oh boy! This really is like Go-Go 13. We're shifting perspectives now, buddy. I think for every one of these I hit, I get some extra health back too, so it behooves me to do well. When does this end? I already have full health. But my FPS, my senses, my instincts tell me to just keep playing this. Because I need to know how long this goes on for. Oh, there we go. Beautiful thing. And is right back into the thick of things. That rock up there is gonna fall. I don't know how it calls him, but it calls him. Are we all digging this music still? Is this, Oh, that must be the Hitman. That is an intimidating fellow, I tell you what. I think I hit him enough times that he ran away. Is that, like, what sort of happened there? Oh, I'm gonna get hit the second I touch down. Yep. I tell you, there's no dodge in some of these attacks. Someone asking questions about Perfect Dark and the Game Boy Color, which is, by the way, great Game Boy Color game. Right up there with Bionic Commando on the Game Boy Color. It's just some really great games for the Game Boy Color. There's not a lot of them. Whenever we have to kill someone, then we kill them. Dog, we've been killing people left and right for just about the past, like, 15 minutes, I tell you what. I mean, I don't think we're shooting serotonin bullets at these folks. I think we're icing fools. Hate to, you know, sway your moral compass any. I'm kind of compelled just to see how long this game goes on for now. Nope. No grenades. Well, we'll have to make do. What do we have to kill this poor man? Oh, whoa! He just did like a teleporting trick. That's impressive. Must be one of those supernatural hitmen. Must be like Ghost Dog or the Crow or something. Hitman uses a flamethrower as a fascinating concept. The Exterminator. It's an action movie. franchise of sorts, where a vigilante uses the flamethrowers, like Death Wish, if Death Wish sucked even more than Death Wish already sucks. And also have flamethrowers. And no Charles Bronson. Man, I love the little dance these guys do sometimes. I think we got him. I love the spray paint tool hair they gave him. Wait, how do we get a hold of his location if he didn't tell us? Do we just divine it on our own? Jazz. Jazz, jazz, jazz. SOS Fancy. Cost of $25 though. Peace. I'm not reading the graphics the whole time. That's my beatnik poetry I'm working on right now. Hope y'all liked it. It's coming to a coffee club near you soon. Oh, we can't jump here. Are we gonna have to do some actual, like, platforming of some sort? Ooh, the way the screen scrolls makes me sick. That's no good. Night Kingdom for some health pickups right now. Oh, come on. And yes, for those wondering, I disable the overscan when I play my games emulated. I like to see all that shit feeding in from the side of the screen and see the stuff you're not supposed to see on the bezels of your, underneath the bezels of your TV or what have you. So, playing this on a TV back in the day might not have necessarily showed you so much of the junk streaming in from the sides of the screen, but... Oh man. Well, that's it for us. Definitely. Game over, man. Game over. Hot damn. That was Mottomo, Abunai, Deka, the most dangerous detectives. Very interesting, that one. I'm gonna have to see what the ending to that game looks like. Let's watch a TV show while I'm at it. Or movie. Someone mentioned in the chat earlier whether it was a movie or a TV show, but I already forgot. Alright, we are at, it is 10 o'clock my time, and I usually try to keep these streams to 2 hours, but I could do one more game just for kicks, see if we can't end on some sort of wild note. It keeps coming back to Mega Man DOS, and it's not going to happen. All Starfighters on PS2. Let me cheat this one a little bit. Let me see if I can't pick something here. I'm going to scroll till something catches my eye. 1 a.m. For all of Rimmer. God, I'm so sorry that you spent some hours watching this. Westward Ho. Yeah, we'll close on that note. And we'll get the Twitch stream shut down too while we're at it. What cannot fail? What is a good note to end on? What is something we could pick out from this? Oh, I don't even have my launch box open, so you're not even seeing me scrolling through my collection. I do want you to kind of see this. Maybe pick something out. Maybe you guys leave it up to y'all to sort of divine something. But that being said, I've sort of landed in this section here, and I feel like I got a few choices here. A few really interesting choices I could pick from here. There's also one missing from here, though. Yeah, I know what I want to do. Sorry, another one of those executive decisions, but this was one that was missing from my list. I forgot to add at some stage, even though much of its brethren are listed in that little section. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to add it to the list too, so I don't neglect it in the future. Very cool. Yeah, how's this for a note to end on? As I center this in the middle of the screen, as I've determined this to be the game we close out on this particular stream. This little bundle of joy. Yeah, we're in for it now. I could probably do the cheat to unlock, what is it, smoke in this game, or... Nah, I'm not even gonna bother. Let's just do... Let me go with what I know works. And yeah, the reason why Metal Gear Ghost Babel showed up on that list is just because I was going through all my Game Boy Color games. I was not going through... Like, that's not a bad game by any stretch, obviously. I just had to go to my Game Boy Color list to find this game, which was not on my bad game playlist. This is Game Boy Color, and this is Mortal Kombat 4 for the Game Boy Color. And there's a little secret I've picked up in playing this game. Can I get it to work? Yeah, here we go. So, backwards on the D-pad, A and B at the same time. And just hold those. And just sort of let things, you know, do what they will. I don't know the fatality offhand, though. I'm gonna have to look that up when I get this guy's health low. When I get Reiko's health low. Okay, let's actually fight. Let's see what regular fighting kind of looks like. Something sort of like this. But hold on. Before I lay the finishing blow on him. For Game Boy Color, game facts, cheats. No, I'm gonna go to the FAQs, move list, Sub-Zero. All right, give me that sweet fatality code, please. From a close view. Standing behind his kneeling opponent. Okay, towards, away, towards, down. Alright, and you guys are in for a treat. Wait, hold on, I already forgot it. Even though I had it up 2 seconds ago. Towards, away, towards, down. Towards, away, towards, down. Alright. Yeah, you got it on the first try. Perfect. And that'll do you for your fatality. That's your rated M right there. Sorry, it's actually rated T. But you know, with all the blood and gore, though, I don't quite know how they got away with it. How long does the combat code screen stay up for? Can I go back to game FAQs and totally put in... Oh, no, ran out of time on that. Gonna have to win one more fight, see if I can do one of the combat codes. You know, this isn't the only Game Boy Color game to do FMV, too. There's something else that had, like, that attempted to do, like, some similar sort of animations. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 4's endings on the console and the arcade are incredible, especially the N64 version, where they do them in-engine as opposed to, like, full motion video. Highly recommend checking out Jax's ending from that game in particular. Oh yeah, Dragon's Lair is definitely an example of a game that did, like, full motion, that tried to emulate all those animations in the Game Boy Color style. Which is nuts, which is crazy. Which is awesome. Sorry to tell you, Tanya, but this ain't gonna end well for you. Alright, I'm gonna save state here so I can try a handful of the codes. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Will this work? No. This was supposed to be big head mode. That didn't work. So let's try fight versus reptile. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that worked. There's Reptile in all his green glory. You know, there's green in the health bar. All I'm saying is that you're one palette digit away in your hexadecimal code from having the right color selected for Reptile here, so... What a fearsome fighter he is. I wonder if all these versus codes that are on the game FAQ are just like the arcade game codes or like one of the console game codes, and they sort of copy and pasted the whole list, and so only a handful of them actually work in the Game Boy Color game. That would be my best guess. Alright, I'm not going to completely cheap out. Let's get some real combat in here. Let's get some... Never mind. Go back to what works. Cheat. Rewind. Oh. I was going to try to do Fatality again, but it wasn't in the cards. I think that's enough of this game. I think we're good, y'all. I think that is as fine a note to end on as any. Just as anticlimactic a note as possible, as is my way. And yeah, it's like 10:15. So I think we're good to go with this stage of the game. Let me cue up some music. There we go. That was our stream, folks. That was certainly a bad game roulette. We played some games. Those certainly were some games, I tell you what. Still no good at closing these things out. And I'm not even going to go through like telling you what the website URL is, because I get the feeling everyone in here kind of already knows. So I don't really need to close out the stream with like, you know, badgamehalloffame.com, y'all. Join the Discord. Pledge on Patreon, so on and so forth. I think I can spare you all that. But we'll do this again sometime. Whether it's roulette form or I pick something else out in advance. I don't know if I can commit to a set schedule for this stuff yet. I kind of just love the spontaneity of it, even if it means we can only get like 10 or 15 people in here. Like I said earlier, it's cozy. Kind of like it that way. So, goddamn, we'll figure something else out to come back with. And we'll do roulette again in the future, but next time I kind of want to pick something out in advance and have something I can commit to and something I can sort of speak more knowledgeably about and sort of spout off some trivia about it whilst I'm playing it. But that'll be for another day. Till next time, catch you crazy kids later. That's my new catchphrase for closing these things out. Maybe not. I'll workshop that a little bit more, probably. Alright, bye.